The 533-kilometer drive from Whitehorse to Dawson City takes about 6.5 hours. About 17 kilometers before Dawson, there is a huge gravel wash either side of the highway. A stream bed wash from runoff? I thought. Are you kidding? Could it be? Waste from gold mining? Unbelievable. It all began in 1896 when the gold party of George Carmack, his Tagish wife Kate Carmack, her brother Skookum Jim, and nephew Dawson Charlie found gold in Rabbit Creek, now called Bonanza Creek. Between 1896 and 1898, an estimated 100,000 prospectors rushed to Dawson area, wrestled a value of gold worth over $1 billion in today's money. We landed in Dawson about 7 in the evening, and it was quiet, dead quiet. Even Ben didn't know what the heck was going on. Where's all the humans? Not one darn dog. I walked the middle of the street like a Wild West gunslinger. Draw your gun. Okay, if this is the Wild West, then decent folks are at home. The saloons is where all the rowdies are at.
Are dogs allowed in here?
What the heck? No one cares about anything, including us camped in an empty lot. But look what's right there. Diamond tooth Gerties. If Marlene drowns her sorrows in alcohol, I can easily carry her home. We sat down, and on cue, out they jumped, the Gold Rush Can-Can girls. And there she was, for real. She were beautiful. What's the skinny guy doing with that shovel?
You like tomato and I like tomato, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part.
Looks like they're having some sort of a spat, calling the whole thing off. Did you see that? She gave me the thumb. Fine. I know whose arms to find comfort in. Besides, I want to see if the diamond in her tooth is for real. The real Gertie, name of Gertie Lovejoy, did have a diamond between her front teeth. I took a walk close to midnight, 20 feet behind the camper.
Can I get a picture of you playing your game at midnight?
Yeah, absolutely. It's midnight already.
Is it midnight?
Oh, I'll just tell you that it is. just for Hollywood.
Okay, you might see something special.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Oh, no,
been
you're not going to see anything
Oh my
special.
god.
Dawson, midnight in Dawson City and playing
Every kid.
bowling.
Bowling in the alley. It's
Yeah, bowling. Yeah, there you go. Bowling in the alley.
I'll do a special for you. Okay, well, that's one of my best.
That's one of your best.
That was one of my best so far.
Do they have this in the Olympics?
Yeah, sure.
Take, we gotta reset.
The next morning, we took a walk along the mighty Yukon River. River of sustenance with its salmon runs. Brought gold miners from Nome, Alaska as well, where it meets the Pacific Ocean. And before that, Russian and Hudson's Bay Company fur traders. The way to cross the river, if you journey over the incredibly beautiful top of the World Highway to Alaska, is this ferry. The Kino. Riverboats primarily used for netting very important salmon runs and hunting moose. A nice info center on Main Street. All about gold. We had to drive up Bonanza Creek to see it for ourselves. Gold dredge, a huge mouth and conveyor, sucking up stone, grit, soil. Machine guts to separate and keep the good stuff, and spit out the junk. Using a dredge explained the need to work and melt permanent frost down deep to the bedrock before the beast could eat breakfast. All of it turning this into this. Dawson has about 2,000 permanent residents, at times in the summer swelling to over 3,500. Great shops with food and everything else you need. How the residents of Dawson have maintained the original buildings is more than commendable. It's amazing, really. Gee, those can-can girls still going at it. Look at this metal siding, made from flattened tin containers from the late 1800s. Will your metal siding last 125 years? Dawson was Marlene's favorite town. Second was Carcross. Third, Atlin. So I sought out a realtor and put a down payment on her dream home. She was not happy because it didn't even have an outhouse. Oh well, don't worry, I said. Next paycheck. On the road again, north. Canada's only road beyond the Arctic Circle, the famous and infamous Dempster Highway. 7 hours to the Arctic Circle, 11 hours to Fort McPherson, 744 kilometers, and about 15 hours to Inuvik. We left the boat behind, thinking that the Dempster could destroy the trader or boat, or both. And I questioned the fishing opportunities around Inuvik, or Tuktoyaktuk. It had rained, but at first we made decent time, 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. Then reality, the infamous Dempster Highway. Intermittent stretches up to the Northwest Territories border, a few kilometers long to what felt like endless hours of truck and bone-jarring drive. Literally hours of 10 to 30 kilometers per hour. You could drive faster, some do, then sit in Inuvik, waiting for days or weeks to get into a shop for repairs and parts. Are you reading a book now?
Yes,
Look at the scenery. Look at those trees.
I did.
There's some
Watch your driving.
I don't have to watch my drive. I'm going too slow. We can't go anywhere. The first real day of rain on the journey. But it didn't hide the amazing beauty of the Dempster. For us, the most incredible mountain country we had ever driven through. From rugged to sweeping plateaus, as if on the steppes of Europe or Mongolia. They begin about a half an hour drive from the Dawson Highway, and again about a half hour before Fort McPherson, Northwest Territories. We took our time. 3 days soaked it all in. Even if you do not drive to Inuvik, it's worth the 1 hour drive from the Dawson Highway into the Tombstone Territorial Park, if you can handle the jarring potholes. There is an interpretive center in the park. In the fall, vast herds of caribou migrating, crossing the road to wintering grounds, but not the numbers from the past. A section of streams with polluted orange water running through permafrost. Permafrost, forever frozen, now melting and releasing pyrites, linked to global warming. The rough hardtop road just keeps returning like a plague. Some plateaus, flatter ground, smaller trees, and then, finally, Eagle Plains. Okay, nothing pretty here, but for us, for many others, an oasis of humanity. Fuel, food, place to spend the night, possibility of repairs, contact with the outside world. Beyond Eagle Plains, more flat ground. At places reminding us of southern Alberta, broken prairie, pheasant hunting country. And then, almost unexpectedly, the Arctic Circle.
Woo-hoo!
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
A look at us moment. But really, nothing more special to see than the rest of the journey. And more amazing terrain. Again, beautiful sweeping valleys. We spent a lifetime riding wild miles in search of such places. This seemed like, well, it seemed a bit like cheating.
It might be 415 kilometers to the Arctic Ocean, but it feels like Arctic weather right now. Dark chilly, 10 above, mid-July.
Then the land of the little sticks. Small evergreens, brush, tundra, all the way to the Arctic Ocean. But first, across the Pelly and Mackenzie rivers.
Well, gas is pretty cool.
A short drive beyond the Pelly River is Fort McPherson. Did not expect it to be as big or well serviced as it was. Very friendly and helpful people. Another short drive and down to the mighty Mackenzie River.
Thank you. Careful going on. Yeah, careful going on. What am I doing?
It must be broken. This ferry must be broken.
That's what he said. He said engine 3.
Engine 3 is broke.
Yeah.
If engine 1 and 2 brakes, we're going down the river. Hey, we're last on, almost. Now we get to be first off. We're lucky.
Inuvik. But what's this? Looks like a vehicle burial ground. Well, it is. They made it up here, then died. Too costly to repair or tow back. Nearly killed Ford. The box was so loose you could shove it around, about to fall on the ground. Both inside dually tires were flat. But there was a bright side, amazingly bright. This video was taken at 12 midnight. Truly the land of the midnight sun.
You like the dog? You like the dog?
Yeah,
He's pretty friendly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Too much story.
You saw him?
Yeah.
The last guy to pet him only left one arm behind. Are you giving him a back massage?
I was
Is-
putting Voltaren on him.
Oh, is it my turn?
Come sit down.
No.
Northmart is a huge general store. A wall of really cool indigenous murals.
Where do you want to go to?
Down to the aisle down here.
$25. Dallas?
And down the street, the health food store. Yes, I'm being facetious. All of the healthy food is priced out of range by the time it gets up here. The junk cereals and sweets
My favorite is
are
the-
eaten far too often.
The pooplets. That's pretty cool.
Notice the pipes above ground. Gas pipes, sewage, kept above ground because if placed in the ground, they would melt the permanent frost and sink. It seemed every second yard had boats or ATVs or both. We are on the huge Mackenzie River Delta, 97 kilometers from the Arctic Ocean, about 12,000 square kilometers in size. So I couldn't figure out why there's like every second or third house seems to have a boat in town. And then when I went on Google Earth, I'm looking at all the channels here.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's endless.
Oh yeah, you can, with this thing it's awesome because you can get into lakes and whatnot if it's only this deep, right?
Yeah.
Little jet boat.
But I'm guessing all the people with boats, they have so much channels, like it's endless for moose or fishing or...
Everybody has camps. Gwichin is usually this side back, and the Inuvik usually it's towards this
So it's
side.
like a dividing line between what people used to call like Eskimo or what wouldn't be Cree on this side.
Gwichin. It's a Dene.
Time to head back south. I contacted a man who lived seaside in Tuktoyaktuk, and he explained it was not the time for fishing, either in salt or fresh water. Bright fields of fireweed ran roadside. Camping in unlikely places, fishing streams for grayling, were fine times. We found a few grayling in the streams along the Dempster, but not in the numbers reported by some. Okay, oh, got away. Got one. Oh my God, look at that idiot dog. Look at him. And I got a nice grayling on at the same time. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ben, you idiot. Get out of here, come on. Yep. Oh, okay. This is a decent grayling. The other ones have been babies. Okay. Now there's supper for two of us. If I can get him out onto the shore, I'm gonna have to flip him out from this bank. Oh, that's a chunky guy. Oh, that is a nice grayling. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be one for supper. How nice. Look at that. Look at this guy. That nice big dorsal fin. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now if I can just get out of here alive. Make my way out of here. Another day, another fish. An eater grayling. It's the biggest one yet. Okay, can you take this fish out of my hands, please? Supper. Nice, eh? That's a dandy. That's the biggest one yet. That's three times as big as the one they got this morning. Time to head back south to Whitehorse. The highway from Dawson City to Whitehorse, a main highway, had 42 must slow down markers. Serious frost heaves, dips, potholes. We counted. It is difficult to comprehend the inability of those responsible to make proper repairs. About 120 kilometers west of Whitehorse, toward Haines Junction, we turned north on a modest gravel road in search of lake trout. Asiak Lake. That mountain you see there with that snow on it, that's fresh snow. It's been chilly. It was down to only 5 above last night, so we're dressed warm. And thankfully the lake is much nicer and calmer than it was earlier, so it's all good. Ooh. Boy, it almost feels like a pike. Oh, that's a good sized fish. That's a nice one. Loosen my drag a little bit here. Oh yeah. Boy, that's got a lot of spunk for lake trout. Oh my goodness. That is the toughest fighting lake trout that I've been on to yet. Not necessarily the size on this trip. That really got a lot of jam. Boy. Okay. Got him tired out here. Ooh, that's got some weight. That is a nice fish. Look at how chunky that fish is. That is a nice fat lake trout. Okay. Beautiful country. Beautiful fish. What more could a person want? A boat ride in the sun, a fish for supper, a good book. Marlene is happy. We camped and fished Big Asiac for 4 days. We did not see a soul. Precious, wild country. On the way out, we fished 2 pretty streams for grayling. No luck. Back out to the main highway, through Haines Junction, along the rugged ranges of Kluane and Kluane Lake. Interesting wind-blown sand flats just before the lake. We planned to camp and launch at Destruction Bay. Here we are at Kluane Lake, our furthest west destination, not far from Alaska. I'm thinking only a couple hundred kilometers. Looks like it's a windy day today. There's whitecaps out on the water. It's a scary lake to be on. The wind was worse the next day. Back east to Haines Junction and the highway south to Haines, Alaska. This was Ben's time. Incredible country right off the edge of the highway. You need to hike this country. Good boy. Okay, give. Good boy. Yeah, look at that, nice. It's a young bird, this year's bird. Yeah. Good boy, no. Good boy. Time to head home. On the trip, I did hope to catch one really good-sized fish. It just didn't happen. One more 3-day stop at a lake that had been good to me in the past. Am I stuck in the weeds? Hard to tell with the wind blowing the boat around. Oh, I can see him there. Can you see him in the light water? Looks like a tarpon or something in there. Can you see that? He is that shadow in the lime green there. Look at that. I can't even make him go the way I want him to go. Is he tired enough to? I've got a feeling he's not that tired yet. He's faking it. Ooh, he swallowed that thing big time. Holy man. Holy jeez. Oh, oh, oh. Look at that. He owns me. Oh. 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 Oh my net is busted. He went right through my net. Oh, crap. He busted my net. Oh my goodness. I gotta try the net again. I got no other way. Okay, let's try this again. This is not a cheap net either. Oh my. I think this net will hold him if I get it in the right angle. Oh! Oh! And you know what? We're allowed to keep one big fish, and that's going to be it. I really wanted one big fish, and this is going to be him. It's the only big one that we're going to keep in the entire 3 months.
That's a nice one.
So that'll feed Christmas supper, unless you prefer turkey.
You can have both.
Oh, I cannot lift them up hardly. Who would ever think that this is a pike fillet? Unbelievable. Now that is going to be some fantastic eating. Well, Marlene and I hope you enjoyed the series. Maybe learned a few things, saw some interesting places, memorable country. You know, if you eat that thing, it could taste like fish.
It is a fish.
I'm just saying.